he is having possibly the form of his career right now. And he has exhibited it not only outside his qualifier, but specifically as well. Some insane moments from him in this qualifier.
He's been brilliant. It's him and Exorcist that are the highest rated players so far. So, crazy Counter-Strike for them. Game underway. Quickly through the veto. Bait picked Ancient. 3D Max will go for Dust2. We haven't seen that yet. And Nuke as the decider. We've seen that before for Bait. So, winner through to Katowice. Not expected teams here in this upper bracket final. But if you're looking at another way, Freddy, this is your best chance. Lose this, and you're playing a top 20 team for the final spot.
It's your best opportunity. Both teams are great on Ancient. They showed it in this qualifier. Exorcist, you mentioned him as well, kind of in tandem with Maka. Unfortunately, only gets 1 kill in this pistol round. He's in a one and done and doesn't get a multi. Now, acceleration towards the B bomb site. Alex, sorry, that is a monstrosity of a play. Running through a smoke and a Molotov. Gravity only good for 1 as well. So NPL left up into the clutch. Just the 2 mines up against each other in the pistol round.
This is such a matter of timing. Maka's going to bide his time. But does he get angsty? Starts moving out. NPL unchecked. Assassination from behind. Keeps his cool, as he has done so many times already in this qualifier, individually and as a cooler. Bait strike first.
And that's why he's the IGL. A very bold play, because if you get cleared, you're dead there, right, for MPL, but he plays that really nicely. I wasn't there, obviously, for the game against Saw yesterday, but it seems like he really stepped up, because he was quite absent against OG, and I think that was somewhat of a talking point for us, but he seemingly really excelled yesterday against the Portuguese squad, so hopefully that's a constant theme we have for Bait today. 3D Max and Bait, they've actually had quite a few games against each other. As we return back to our cameras. They actually faced off in a CCT final. Unfortunately, their coach had to sub in for Lucky on map number 1, so I'm kind of discarding that. But they've played also in Res. They beat them 2-1. And even though Maka lost, he did go a 1.50 HLTV rating. So I think that really sets the tone for what my expectations for Maka are in this game, especially because Headtrick's also starting to light up the server once more.
Okay, back underway. Got a bit nervous there, Freddy, but short pause. We take those. That's for sure. And check out the mid aggression. 3D Max want to fight. And they fight to their detriment. Get shredded. Alex doing so much work. Free for him. Can call to his teammates. That bomb is streaming towards B, because why not? And next season is not for long, so... bit hectic, but you take that. 3 alive. Eco now. Looking good.
Alex was criminally good on map 1 against OG yesterday. If he is able to bring that same ferocity, 3D Max could be in a lot of danger. And it was a big theme we mentioned about Bait of maybe their team play wasn't great against OG. They got bailed out by individuals a lot. So if those individuals stay, and then the team play is also good, happy days. Ooh.
Let's pay attention. Maka. Maka out of armor, so you would have thought the aim punch was doom him, and it did. So a couple more bodies lost than Bait would have wanted. But look like they've stabilized. There's nobody here on B. 3D Max have loaded up mid. Maybe they'll start thinking already about just running over guns, trying to save something. I'm not sure if there's an AK down. Galil there for Gravity. I don't think there's an AK down.
I think maybe the Mac 10 is the other player that's dead. Yeah, it's a Mac 10 on the floor. Okay, I wasn't here for the game against Saw. Give me the cliff notes for Bait versus Saw.
Simple, yet efficient Counter-Strike. Reasonably aggressive. It was a very fast series. A lot of quick rounds. Headtrick went absolutely nuclear on Nuke. Had some truly unbelievable rounds. So it is just on all cylinders. Calling was clean, team play was good, and the individuals were absolutely cracked, which was wild given how much CS they played already that day.
That would have been their third best of 3.
Yeah.
With a lot of overtimes. 3D Max have also already played today. They've already lost. They played against Bet Boom in the CCT semi-finals. Got owned on map 3. If I'm not mistaken, on like a Nubis, I think it was. They also kind of threw away Mirage, which is Bet Boom's map pick. They won the first map in the series. Glance over it. Mind myself. I kind of took a glance. Yeah, so they owned Inferno, threw away Noob, and then got owned on Nubis. So they've played a lot of Counter-Strike today. And overtime in there, they seemed to age like fine wine with the amount of CS they played. They just got better and better. But now, only one best of 3 today. Probably quite thankful for. Already, good mid control being taken. And you can see that positioning for a split to A, but Ecstasy is alongside Gravity having really nice repression. This is going to catch off the T side, but not quite. Hendrick does expect Ecstasy. He expects there to be a second player, but with the bomb down, Ecstasy is just playing his life. He needs support now because look, these donut players are starting to speed up. So Ecstasy's in a really awkward position where he's being repped upon. Finally, Maka does come through. However, it's very futile. He gets eliminated. How is Ecstasy still alive? Finally, he falls, but it's all in vain.
Bizarre round. Kill from NPL onto Maka is massive. Maka, if he can hold the site side of those A tunnels, it leaves Exercise in actually really strong position. But Maka can't win that duel for the life of him. Gets absolutely annihilated. And this is a nightmare start, isn't it, for 3D Max? Now they're again on the half by. Graffiti gets out a Hero M4. Where's that? That's towards Donut for the moment. So he's getting a bit of a boost. Yeah. Gonna peer over that Donut smoke.
That's cheeky. Alex is like, where have I died from? Okay, Captain Kirk needs to get a double here. If he doesn't, okay, I was going to say, maybe if Lucky gets one kill there, 3D Max really could have a valid attempt at this retake, but it seems like that's not going to be the case. Bates, 5-0. You would assume from this position. I'm not sure if 3D Max want to go for this. I guess they have a person in next, but saving those 2 AKs is never something you should shy away from.
They're playing for exits.
This is good.
Bit of a look, but Bates should be saving through CT now. And ultimately these... the play for the exit is not going to come to much. So yeah, 5 for Bait. Their money is starting to blossom a bit. It was quite low earlier on. Close half buys. 4 spies from 3D Max, but now their money is in a position where they can brunt around loss. There's going to be some pauses soon for the Frenchman before this gets out of control.
Almost like you know what you're talking about. I think this is the best time to take a pause. You've lost 5 in a row. You've lost a gun round. When you put it like that, the latter one, I mean, where you say you've just lost 1 gun round, it's actually not that bad. The scoreline in ML12 can really fly away from you unknowingly. But yeah, this is a perfect time for a tactical pause. Get Lambert on the mic. Chat about a few things. Maka, no AWP. It's interesting. He had money for an AWP. He was going for the AK. Maka is someone who can rifle very well. And that's a big theme I see from him a lot, but he's just really good on the AWP. So I've actually heard a lot of tier 3, tier 2 AWPers say that they watch Maka demos as a priority.
Here you go. The man to learn from. What do we got here? Early lineups. Fight going to commit out of A. Could be a double pump because at the moment they're held back by a Molotov. They smokes land, but very late committal actually. Sedfield gets a timely lurk. Graffiti is taken out of the game. NPL in for the trade onto Maka, makes it 2. The second kill is brutal from NPL, and in so many ways, I didn't like that execute. But when you've got individuals like NPL, sometimes you can muster magic from nothing.
Hold your horses, though. There's a real world where this falls apart. Lucky. Good read, Lucky. Are you kidding me? Runs out of bullets, but the final shots lands on MPL. And the IGL just thinking, guys, I got 2 kills to open up that round. And we lost, what, 3 versus 2 post-plant to 1 guy.
Lucky's played a sensational qualifier so far. He's probably been the biggest surprise. You look at this team and you say it's probably Graffiti. Normally the man we look at. Mac has always been somewhat inconsistent, but he's had a high ceiling. It's not a surprise to see him playing well, but Lucky has been sensational. And he bails them out. Probably should have been 6-0 for Bait. Another eco for 3D Max, but it is not. They get on the board. But we need a little bit more. Mid-molly missed by the CT side. Gives Alex space to play with. Making use of it now. Do they consider tree? Doesn't feel like it, does it? Maybe he's looking that direction. Re-smokes onto the red room and donuts. When does Exorcise play his hand? Can't stay here forever. MPL does clear. Shadow, though, doesn't matter. What are you supposed to do? He defies the rules.
I feel bad for 3D Max, because sometimes you just get hit too hard. There's just nothing you can do. I feel like playing against Bait must be the most frustrating thing in the world. Like, yeah, you even have the edge on Alex there, but he's just so sharp with it. Lucky. Any more heroics? He seems to forget that they could be coming through Red Room. He's fixated on middle, and unfortunately, there's no one here but Essential who catches them off at a perfect timing. Oh, dearie me. Ancient is starting off really quite perfectly for the Ukrainian side.
That is just wild. So hard to play against a team that's performing like this individually. And again, it's simple CS from Bait. That's what they've built their run on so far. Nothing crazy. Grouped up, making moves together, and shredding. Also, all the easier when you're in-game leader does that. Makes every call look amazing.
When your in-game leader's making perfect calls at 11-2, you know it's good. Okay. 3D Max need to... Ooh, I guess, okay, take this round. Another tactical pause afterwards when you go into the gun round, because that gun round is really... Okay, take it now. That still works as well. Because this next gun round and these following few rounds, if they are not able to start adding resistance, you are already suggesting that this is run away from them.
Yeah. Timely pause, because this has not been a close engagement so far. I'm planning to think about big decisions made. I'm guessing they're discussing the following gun round, not this round. Can't imagine you spend much time discussing this.
This is when you have something set up and you've already got a gimmick that you want to try and do. These rounds can be dangerous, though. We've seen 100% in this whole qualifier, there's been a multitude of occasions where these rounds have caused danger. Getting aggressive in middle. But look at Alex. He just goes, okay, you can have it. He goes and joins everyone on B. The smoke down on ramp for now. I've got a feeling they're going to go through it as soon as it fades. And Lucky is the only player on the other side. And he's currently just been naded to 45.
I'm a bit nervous about Bait. They haven't been perfect against these sort of buys so far. 3D Max are making a good read. Look at this. 3 on B. Guessing correctly for the moment. There is no util on the CT side, so it's going to be all on game being true. Volley does not catch Graffiti, but shoulder exposed. Lucky stuck behind this smoke. And Maka doesn't feel like he wants to take an engagement too early on here. Decent damage, but too little too late. 7 for bait.
I don't even know if we have the conversation of damage would be good as in like kills, because you're just looking intrinsically at rounds. I was a little bit cautious while in that. They slowed down a bit too much for my liking, but I guess it worked out in the end for them. Okay, 7-1. 3D Max have a gun round in the following. This could be the first opportunity we see Maka bring out an AWP. That should be the first AWP out in the whole series. But he's bought quite a lot into that previous round. So currently Jocko would have to drop him the AWP if he wants one.
He must have planned on the rifle because they did that pause before the half buy in the previous, so he knew how it was going to shake out. I guess he's just comfortable with it. Right, let's see what was discussed in that pause, because 3D Max have got to fundamentally change something. Got to be pragmatic at some point. 3 towards mid. Blading in the elbow position with nades at the moment, and they're going to get aggressive. Graffiti had a good spawn. He's going without flashbangs though. NPL clearly did not expect a terrorist player in this vicinity meet his grave. I'm a little bit perplexed. I'm just a little bit confused why they thought that that wasn't a possibility.
My only thought process would be that Gravity or Graffiti just ran straight through Molotov, right? Like, that was a Molotov up. He completely abused that, and I would assume NPL just didn't think that someone could be that close, and especially with no flashbangs, it was like, well, there's been no presence. Also, Bait in this 3 versus 4. Look at the HP. Alex on 14, Captain Kirk at 41. This round should be over. There is only one player on the A-bomb site. It is Lucky. However, smoke towards Donut, and now the rest of utility should start cooling over the others. Missed Molotov, actually. That's going to hinder their progression out of a main, and this round is just getting from bad to worse. Jocko gets a collateral, it appears, at the final moments of that round, and 3D Max kind of perfect.
Well, Jocko's always the insurance policy there. Big flank. Came in behind. Totally enveloped his bait. And yeah, be it a bit of luck there with that opening, or a real designed plan to abuse Bait's defaults, it worked out very well for Graffiti. But they can't do that again. They're going to get away with that twice. Surely not. They're going to go for it, though. Graffiti, run boosted. Okay, fool us once. Twice is too many.
Look at the amount of space Bait have. Look at what Bait have done to 3D Max's rotations. You've got no one currently on the B-bomb site. Ascenthial, if he's brazen enough to make the maneuver up ramp, he's going to identify that nobody's there. NPL, he just cacks them off with utility. What is going on? NPL doesn't get Lucky, but Jocko falls instead. Reload is going to be the cost for Lucky. NPL, that is one of the plays of all time. And even if he hadn't got any of those kills, he still had the information right, and because of him identifying 2, that spurred on the B offensive. So Bait, even though they didn't need NPL to get both, they still do. And because of that, 3D Max are just left bewildered.
Just utterly unplayable at the moment. Utterly unplayable. Of course, a nice adjustment for Bait to catch the run boost over the ledge. But yeah, beyond that, NPL does tremendous work. It's not like Alex is having a bad game either. And with those two combined, there's not a lot 3D Max have offered in resistance. Ecstasy doing his best to hold on to this gun, and he will not. This is a really rough start. I appreciate it's Bait's pick, but 3D Max have not been in this map yet.
It's Bait's pick, but 3D Max destroyed Namiga on this 13-2 on the opening stages. So it's very evident they know how to play Ancient. They're just currently not sharing it. Okay, we're going for it three times.
I'm actually somewhat happy that they missed that because they would have got punished again.
No, wait, they're there. They've swung. Okay, 1 for 1. I don't think this favors 3D Max. Look at the amount of damage that XC's and Graffiti's been inflicted upon. Yeah, 3 rounds in a row. Like, do you just not have the depth in your
That's the playbook,
books?
guys.
Yeah, that is that the
Got
playbook?
one opening. It's wild. Check out the CT call as well. 4B.
Right.
And my gosh. The numbers are here just at the right time. There is no way on God's green earth the Bait ever expected to be meeting that many players. It might be a 2-on-2, but where the bomb is now, this gets tricky. Frankly, tricky for both teams because I don't think you want to stay on the site, do you? Because you can get flanked. I have to reposition.
That timing is impeccable for Lucky. I think Captain Kirker was just too far away.
Oh my.
Oh no. What's really sad as well is that if Hetrick had hit that shot, I actually think we could have a conversation of this round being very winnable. This smoke as well, not the greatest. Raviti's playing very tucked away, and yeah, Hetrick walked straight past him. Yeah, so Captain Kirk was just too far away in middle to activate when he maybe would have wanted to. And then yeah, Hetrick in that 1 versus 2. Maybe something he's wanting to forget about.
Yes, sir. Okay. Best case is 4. It's playable, but...
Ooh.
Wow, okay, sorting the wounds there with that Molotov. Far from ideal. Very little util to hold Bait at bay, and they capitalise. Mid control is practically for free. Graffiti, though, hits shots. Let's play a Jocko into his Jag. Gets out of dodge just in time as well. So, man advantage retained. 3D Max got to capitalise upon this. We can't afford any mistakes.
I am shocked 3D Max have come out of that early interactions with a player advantage. That seems criminal. Issue is, Alan, look at the utility. We've got 2 smokes and a flashbang left. 1 gets repelled in cave there. There's 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. Bait, even though they're on a man's advantage, could try and capitalize upon the lack of utility. Jocko, this is a very brazen play. This could cost them the round if he falls. Essential staring, fixated at that smoke. Doesn't win out the duel. Jocko does get swiftly traded. NPL on a bruiser. Continues on to Maka. The AWP finally out. However, it doesn't matter. However, bomb now dropped. They don't anticipate the donut player. NPL, he is not over with this round. 3 kills so far. The bomb's been collected, and he's going to try and join up with Captain Kirk, who's taken space out towards A.
Man possessed. He's been an absolute monster so far on Ancient. There'll probably no graffitis in here somewhere. Yeah. Captain Kirk clears another headshot between these players. Bomb planted in the nick of time, and NPL goes looking for his 4th. Not to be. Lucky capitalizes. No kit in his hands. Quick tap. Kirker faces. And it will be 4 for 3D Max. They had to work so hard just to get 4 rounds out of this half. Will it be enough? I'm not sure. We'll find out soon.
They say morning light so blinding. It's on the ceiling and the walls. Where is my name? 'Cause I can't find it. Those early memory lane walls. Ooh, but I know.
That they deserve to make it through to ESL Challenger Katowice. 3D Max have shown some rebuttal at the later end of that first half. The question is that going to result in anything? Or are Bait just going to continue their dominant form from that T side?
NPL saved his best to last. He was fine in the earlier games, but this is something else. This is sensational, and keep in mind, guys, he's the in-game leader, and he's just called a 4B stack in this second pistol. There's so many bodies for 3D Max to get through. Big entries, but do they clear the cubby? One for Kirker. Can only make it one. So despite the stack, it's a 3v2. Decent situation for the Frenchman. Very awkward engagement that doesn't go the way of the CT side. And yeah, had all the bodies, but not the frags.
Well, NPL can call a great round, but he wasn't there. So that's when you have to start relying on your other teammates. And even though we had some cool crossfires and setups, they'll go awry. There now starts to be an inkling of worry for Bait. They gave away a few rounds at the end. Lucky clutches up a 1 versus 2. 3D Max win the pistol round. We're one gun round away from it being tied scoreline. Are we worried yet? Probably not. It's definitely within the realms of possibility.
This round's all about damage. Bait are buying the next, but if they can find 2 free kills, it's good for the gander. Let's see. Doesn't feel like it at the moment. Stop peeking, Graffiti. Let your teammates do the job. Okay. Oh. The exuberance of the young men. Too much.
Down, boy, down.
Another line from the script.
No. Stop.
I could just make this like some meta-narrative ongoing thing at this point.
No one's going to get what you've just said apart from me.
There's somebody in chat that's watched all these games. There's some absolute...
No, there's someone. But then...
Probably Janelle. Old talker.
Nervous laugh.
First and last appearance on the A stream for Freddie.
You've corrupted. This is your doing. I've been a good boy.
I know.
I've been a good boy these last few days. You've been the one.
You're here to be the scapegoat. Someone's got to go down. It's like in politics. Somebody's got to get fired.
You're like, but I did nothing wrong. Wow.
Quick pause. Right, it's time to find out if this game has legs. Bait win this. They retain a healthy lead. Be a borderline buy for 3D Max. Lose this. And all bets are on.
Figuratively. I still think Bait should be just taking the victory here. Like, it was so good on the first half. Don't let that slip now. Ascenthial definitely could produce more. He's always been a player that's very much impressed me in recent form. He's playing a very dangerous game currently. Oh, they're holding hands in this one. Oh, they both start spraying. How? I don't even... Okay, Ascenthial gets away scot-free, but in the meantime, we turn our attention towards middle, where 3D Max were situated, and they break through not only Donut, but also Red Room. 3 players now vying for a retake from the B-bomb site. They realized that with that smoke, they can't get through it. In the disadvantage, Bates, they save. And Alan, I think we have our answer. This game has legs.
Game on, baby. Game on. Map 2. That'll be the pick of 3D Max. So if they could snatch this one away, that really changes the complexion of the series. That map 2 will indeed be, it's Dust2. And it's far from Bates' favourite, so this has suddenly become very interesting.
What's interesting as well is that last time these guys played against each other in that final, even though Wasync had to sub in for map number 1, Lucky was back on Ancient, and Bait 13-6 to 3 maps. They did a 10-2 T-half. So they had a good T-half in this map. Felt like they could have done more. I think this tactical pause is perfect. You have saved some weapons. Do you commit to a purchase here off the back of that? Or do you save and go full in the next round when the scores are dead even?
It's going to be a half boy. They are playing the long game. That said, they, probably of any team in this qualifier, can be very dangerous on these rounds. Between these guys and 9Z for the punch on the pistols. Someone would like to see NPL with one of those rifles, but he can cook. He can cook with a dig. No doubt about it.
Excitingly enough, Saw and 9Z are 5-5 on map 1, so we can see we've got 4 teams left in this qualifier who, even though one may be like top 10 in the world or whatever, they're all very close to this. Anyone could make it through on this crop.
Of the 4, I have no idea who's going to make it.
Neither. Not a single ounce.
Can't normally say that at this point. It's not been shaken out enough. We have a good feel. Right, what do we got? Bait, 4B stack. Bomb is here for 3D Max, but they do have time to pivot should they desire. For the moment, though. This number's over towards this lane area, towards the ledge. Molly into Jag. Senfield forced to give that control. 3D Max are leaving decisions here very late. It could be an A split in the end. They're not really poised to hit either of the sites at the moment. Red room smoke lands. They need to go, man. They are running out of time.
I think it has to be an A split, but look at Captain Kirker. Look at his advanced position. 5-7. Powerful at this range, but Ecstasy's topples him. That's the round winning kill. Captain Kirker could have undone everything.
That bomb's not planted yet, man.
Yeah,
That bomb is not planted yet.
Why is the bomb still in donuts?
Yeah. They might have left this too late. Bomb is sprinting towards the site. Do Bait want to face on the tap? Yes, they do. It's so awkward. Everybody is pinned in the front of Donuts. And we find ourselves with 2 men remaining. Head trick, 24 HP. Not enough. Not enough. 3D Max just got away with murder. I think if Bait were playing anything less than 4B, they lose that round.
Completely
anything
agree.
less. They had no info. Was it 40 seconds left when we were making a decision when we had no map control? They were asking for problems.
Even though Bait don't win that round, you can find success. Because this is the round that you care about. This is the round where you fully pledge yourself. This is where Hedrick has the AWP. And remember, only one player stayed alive in the previous. Lucky has shown to us once more that his clutch ability is through the roof today. Ice in his veins is an understatement. 8-8, 3D Max. They will have a purchase again in the next. However, that would be then all their economy gone. Bait yet to win a round in the second half. This is their first proper opportunity on a full gun round with the AWP out, and currently 3D Max with a much better sense of map control. You have Maka maintaining the whole of middle, that donut smoke has forced NPL and Alex to also come towards Red Room, because realistically, Bait don't have any mid control. And because of that, we see Ascenthio completely by himself on the B-bomb sites.
Chessboard's being manipulated right now by the Frenchman. Flashbang would be handy to clear out towards long. Who needs it? Who needs it? Jocko heads in first. Hey, Alex, as ever in this qualifier, does tremendous work. It's even numbers, but can this bomb get planted? 3 HP just in the nick of time. Does go down. But there's not much surely left in this round. Maka, though, brings it into the realms. 2 found. Head trick peaks before Maka can readjust. Absolute carnage. And we want it no other way.
That was 3D Max's round, dude. That was their round. The rotations, as we were talking about, engineered to perfection. There was one player on the B-bomb site. One player. And they go so slowly. 3D Max takes so long to start scaling up. It allows for those rotations. I don't know if it was they didn't have a smoke, but a Molotov shallow on long, and they peek out after it's bloomed. Like, it's already faded. Feel like 3D Max, they've thrown away an opportunity. Maka as well. He's had such a slow game. He had 4 kills going into the previous round, and that 1 versus 3, oh, he was about to light up that server. He was about to show that he still can breathe fire. But no, Head Trick saves the day. Bates, they win their first round in the second half, but it comes at a monumental cost. 1 player stays alive. Economy is in not a great position for the city side, and the same can be said for 3D Max, but at least at the minimum, they get a full purchase.
Back to us for a moment. Or not. Just teasing you.
Keeping you on your toes.
Exactly. Back underway. Okay. Well. If I'm Bait, I was going to say the story kind of holds for both teams. Both teams can break some serious money of the other opponents. 3D Max have barely anything in reserve. They're on 1-9 loss. Have to ego if they lose this round. Game absolutely hangs in the balance, and this map matters so much for Bait. They're not going to enjoy Dust2, surely not.
What a nade. Great set play from Graviti with the Mac 10, but unfortunately he fails. He's running for a smoke. This is really bold. Okay, they're going to cancel. That's 100% the right call in the moment. But look what it's done to the rest of this round. You've got Captain Kirka residing deep in A main. You've got mid control being controlled by Head Trick. Like, it's the right call in the moment, but it's put 3D Max in an awful position. However, Jocko's fighting his way out.
Gotta go now, surely. NPL's on location. He was an absolute hero in the first half. Repositions backside. And again, there's no smokes, guys. Nothing to cover off these positions. Bomb is dropped. Heaved out. Pinned. And then some is Lucky. Hedrick's going to hold. Lucky actually finds a kill before meeting the grave. That is impressive. And meanwhile, the whole time, Captain Kirkter, big flank, double peek comes in first. All on Captain Kirkter. I don't know if there's a kid about. Joker's not going to wait for that. Wide swings. 9 for 3D Max. And money back on the brink for the Ukrainian squad.
That is one of the strangest rounds, because 3D Max, they get denied their original attempt at the B execute, forced to reset, and then Jocko's gifted a freebie in cave. And it basically just goes from there. 2 players stepping on each other's toes towards long. Very awkward round for Bait, where I thought they'd played that perfectly. You had A main, you had middle, you had 3B. Still goes wrong.
I've watched another bait in this qualifier to know that these are just the moments where they produce some magic.
Oh, yeah.
These are scary rounds for the T side. They might be winning rounds for ED Max, but they've burnt away all of their loss bonus. Lose one, and they're in double eco territory without a bomb plant. That is the fear right now. That's what they're scared of. Every round matters so much. Look at this NPL trying to get engaged. Lucky, thankfully, there to bail out his team. And quick call, we see a lot in mid. A can't be heavily defended. Easy move to take this bomb site. Just need to get some util, I guess, onto Donut, and then that bomb can be planted.
You've just got the whole of CT control. This round, I'd be so surprised if 3D Max lose this. Cynthia will get one. Alex reads into Graffiti, but unfortunately looks away just as he clears the corner, so a very awkward interaction that favors the T side. Cynthia spotted out and dealt with. This is the first time the whole game that 3D Max claim the lead. And it's probably at the most important time as well. 10-9. Bates backs against the wall.
26-1 T side.
Oh, yeah. 8-2, I think it was precisely.
Yeah, it was 8-2 earlier on. That's wild. That is wild. One CT round for bait. I'll up to snuff. How many more chances are they going to get? Quick control here from that Mac 10. Graffiti is so annoying! What are you supposed to do? Team kill in the mix. Keeps the numbers somewhat even. The trades ultimately slip the way of 3D Max. Donuts being claimed at a rate. In the meanwhile, Jocko's holding for the rotations. Okay, he might have been holding, but he didn't get the frag. Alex is on location, and he's so early. I don't blame Maka for not expecting that. Second found as well. More fortuitous. What a funky round. That felt like a slam dunk for 3D Max.
Raucous is an understatement. It doesn't do that round justice. Okay. A team kill. A 2 versus 3.
How does Jocko not get the kill on the lurk? I don't understand.
I don't even know how much we blame Jocko there as well, because Ascenthial has nailed him. Like, what a shot from Ascenthial. And also, what's even just more hilarious is that Alex gets a double wallbang headshot. I feel like that was a cherry on the cake for that round. This game is providing exactly what I was hoping for. Pure and utter entertainment for the most important game in this qualifier.
Carnage. That's what it's been so far. Look at the buy as well for 3D Max. I'm not surprised taking a pause because they need some time to cry about the way this is looking. What have we got? 3 AKs. Util is a bit sparing, especially over towards Graffiti. It's like Mac has bought an AK armor. Shoot the little. Drops that AK over. Right. 3D Max is out of cash. All the chips are laid down. And that roulette wheel is spinning now.
We're playing it simple. Towards A we go. Headtrick, first line of defense. He's baiting in for his teammate, and even though Jocko's boost, the whole point of it is to catch off Headtrick. Jocko steals full. Captain Kirka being baited in perfectly. He reveals his cards, but lucky. What a trade. Spins right around a 180 that's given 3D Max a possibility. Graffiti is so far away though. He's trying to catch off someone rotating in through middle, but unfortunately he finds nothing. Lucky takes one more to the grave before he falls. And now a 1 versus 2. Bait have no idea where Graffiti is. He's going to be popping out his head from A main. There's a world he can pick up the bomb without being spotted as well, Alan.
I hope it's not on the boost. That can happen.
Ooh.
It can happen. I'll give an anecdote in a minute, but it is possible. Let's have a look.
No.
Bomb is not. That is fortuitous. 30 seconds remaining, and Bait haven't bitten. 28 seconds to go. I don't think there's time to go anywhere else now. And Alex knows it. He can just play off his teammates' contact. Bide his time. 17 seconds. Nerves of steel from Bait. They do not move an inch. It's Enfield. Pins Graffiti to the wall. Such a huge round.
Bait's blood level, though, must be very high, because even though that was a really perfect round and they were set up, literally, you wouldn't want it any better, still gets very close. You know, it still comes down to a 2 versus 2, right? So, not the most ideal situation, however, doesn't matter. They've broken 3D Max's economy. 3D Max have a Tech 9, and then Glocks, and they've just naded their teammates. The nades missed? Are you kidding me? It's an eco round. It doesn't really matter. But, like, what are we doing?
What are they trying to nade?
Like, off the wall? And they must have naded into each other.
Okay.
Like, lucky you didn't get all 3 kills there in that 1 versus 3. Here's 2 grenades. So let's hear your anecdote. Let's hear your anecdote. We've got some time.
Oh, we were playing NIP in the RMR, and then we ran out of time because the bomb was on the boost.
Oh.
And we only realized with like, I think it was like 8 seconds to go, and we didn't have time to boost somebody. And it was just far enough we couldn't jump and get it. That was a wild game.
That's one of the moments where you sit back and you reflect upon it and you just go, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, that was also the last event I ever coached. And ever will coach, probably.
You were like, I think it's a sign that I shouldn't coach anymore.
Yeah. I mean, now I can just laugh at people when it goes on the boost.
Yeah.
They're crying.
And there's no repercussions. Yeah, we had, of course, the French team does the French pause, where they take time to talk about the eco. Talk about the gun round in the eco, that is. Ooh, this is important. This is very important. 3D Max were 10-9 up. They actually had the lead. But Bait swooped in with 3 in a row. They have 2 opportunities now to close out their map pick in the first map in this series. 1 step closer qualifying to Katowice and joining some of the best in the world.
1 round at a time for 3D Max. This map is doable. And it's massive for them. Completely changed the face of this series. Can't be giving this one up for free. Flashbang is brutal. Senfio is gone. Man advantage, 3D Max. Just got to get out of dodge now and retain its advantage. Indeed they do. Okay. What now, Bait?
I think we need to keep a close eye on Hedrick and Alex. Those 2 players towards Cave are going to try orchestrate something. Try and retake some map control potentially. Because everyone else is really, like, realistically can't. 3D Max, their best play and their best bet is just to contact up B. They do, they win the round. However, as I mentioned, look at this duo in Cave. Alex initiates the first headshot. Lucky Fools. Does he realize they're on B? No. As I mentioned, that contact play is sublime. Hedrick gets baited in, but only for the first. Good trades. 3D Max now, 3 versus 2 in the post plants. And you can see Captain Kirk has already called the save. NPL trapped. I don't know if he can get out of this position, but are they going for it? Oh, Captain Kirk is going around the world. NPL's got a kit. They're fighting for this, Alan.
It's become playing for exits. Nobody was presenting.
You sure?
No, I'm not. Okay.
You sure?
NPL finds one.
No.
Kirk's with a second. There is just about time, I believe. And right on the brink, they get it done. That is crazy. I'm stunned they even went for that. Absolutely stunned. And the timing was I mean, if it fooled me, it fooled 3D Max as well. They couldn't believe that that was even being attempted.
Heartbreak. That is most certainly the worst way.
We yet see quite so much from some of the 3D Max guys. I mean, they had their moments. It's a very close map, but maybe Maka, a little bit absent from that first map. He's been one of the best players in this qualifier so far. So I'm expecting big things, and obviously Dust2, AWP, quite an iconic duo.
And French teams as well, right? So you've got AWP, French CS, Maka in form. What more do you want? That's actually, like, today is one of the worst days for Maka. He didn't play very well against Boom earlier either. So I really hope he can brush it off because they need him. Like, they really do need him right now. Are we going live? Is this...
I think it's live. They should certainly play on, even if they have called something. But it looks live to me.
Okay. Seems like we're fine. It just took
another
a second.
bold pistol call from Bait. 4A start, actually 4 towards long. Now they're pivoting back into something a bit more conventional. Mid-smoke will conceal the movements thus far for 3D Max. They can end wherever they like. Smoke is dropped. I think it's just going to be a straight-up catwalk play. Leave Lucky in towards mid to hold against rotations. Go for a short plant. Molly can go onto this ramp area too. Let's see. Smoke is dispersed. It's towards CT. Could be a drop. And indeed it is. Going to close ground over towards Car, and it works perfectly. Jocko, great opening kill. Now looks towards long. Very critical engagement. It's Enfield wins, so retake is still on the cards.
MPL had no idea what just hit him. Exorcise gets away just about. That was a good flashbang, but Alex couldn't capitalize upon it. And because of that, now Maka is in a 1 versus 2 hole! What? You're kidding me! One tap, followed by another one. The P250 sings the sweet song of death. And 3D Max, what? I'm in shock.
Who's a critic now? Mac his day so far, and he's playing angry. That was absolutely savage. Absolutely savage. Bait denied. Forced onto the force by now. Tunnels crunch, and Lucky surely hears something. Call to his teammates and say, beware. Go with numbers. Maka first to clear. Gets his engagement, has teammates in tow, so... should be able to clear out this tunnel's position. Nonetheless, they are playing into the range that these guns like to be in. As Enfield finds 2 fast headshots. And maybe 3D Max should have gone elsewhere. 2v2 now. The bomb site is terribly exposed from the defensive perspective. Just need to cross these doors in one piece, and there is a bomb plant.
That might be easier said than done. As their 1 smoke remaining was used towards tunnels, so the scout is holding the cross. Captain Kirk has just upgraded to a Galil, and the espionage has been activated behind enemy lines. He's in a perfect position, but Headtrick moves off the angle that would have won them the round. And because of the silence, Exorcise anticipates a flank. Dinked down, but still breathing. Captain Kirk are eliminated. Headtrick has rotated around towards tunnels. The bomb can go down undisturbed. And all that utility thrown towards tunnels, to me, indicates that they know that Headtrick's coming here. That grenade, though, sends Exorcise away from this round. Maka now left for another clutch. It was a 1 versus 3 in the previous. He's up against the Galil of Headtrick. He's got an AK. Headtrick's repositioned. He's got no armor, by the way. He was glass cannon with the scout. And time's ticking down. I think he's overcooked this. Yeah, there's no time. It was a valiant attempt. He might get the kill, but he's not going to get the round.
It's a very good try. Now you're going to pause and think about buying again. I think they will buy again. It's tempting. It's very tempting. Hedrick could drop a FAMAS. You know the the terrace money is a disaster. Okay, just a half buy. Not all in. So 3D Max just about survived that previous round. It was a very bold decision to clear tunnels when they knew there were numbers in there. And this round, for the T side, well, first and foremost, obviously, it's about winning the round. But beyond that, they have to have some cash in reserve. There's nothing at the moment. 300 total. A smoke grenade.
Oh. Last round, there was bit over eagerness from Jocko. He got 2 kills, was like, oh, I'm going to go for the third. Then just splits apart away from Maka, and that allowed for a Senthiel to get the second. Just very poor trade spacing. And Bates, even though they've got low weaponry in this round, Alan, got the right read. 4 players.
They make a lot of good reads.
Side. Yeah, they're making
They do.
great
MPL's
reads.
on it, man.
MPL, he really is the definition of brains behind the operation. However, unfortunately for this gamble stack, good Molotovs means that the bomb site is actually completely empty. Damage, remember, is the name of the game here for Bates. How many players can 3D Max keep alive? So far, it's looking good. It's looking even better than good. Hedrick, they know he's towards Gandalf, and they're all staring at him. 4 stay alive. That's really important.
3D Max just managed to drop another nade on their own teammate. Did it again.
I did
Why
notice
not?
that, yeah.
Why not? Okay, but all in all, given they went into that many players, that was quite impressive from 3D Max to retain so many guns. Gives them a little bit of a buffer they wouldn't have had otherwise. Round 4, no AWP out for Hedrick. Could have glassed, and many players would on a map like Dust2, but he's favoured. The rifle's heavy, long opening for this CT side. And Maka says, this is too hard to handle. And I'm not talking about the Netflix show.
Ooh. You definitely love that.
I've never seen it, but I'll go along with it.
Yeah. I love how Maka goes for an AWP peak with an AK. It's like, you can take the AWP out of the AWPer, but you can't take the AWPer out of the AWPer.
Wow.
Poetic stuff.
Stand up after this.
Poetic stuff. They are being very angsty with these peaks. They're kind of utilizing their... We saw this on the last round of Ancient, where they're really utilizing flashbangs to try and take fights. And even though they have used a bit of utility, they're still very much in driving seat in this round, because Bait have none. 3 players lay in wait towards his A-bomb site. Lucky's kept 2 towards B. 3 Max is scaling up for free. Will they be aware of a player in Goose? The Senthiel's been baited in. They do clear him very lackadaisically though, and they don't get the kill cleanly. Everything is just cascaded in favor of Bait, even though 3D Max were able to take so much control.
They might have thought that Bait were playing heavier long. Of course, Bait showed a lot long earlier on. The way the T's are postured was they're only sending 3 up cat. There's 1 mid, another one on the lurk, I think towards the tunnels. And it's like, well, the plan obviously is to plant for short and then have good after plants. But a player Goose with a player on that CT ramp, with a player coming back from long, I don't think 3D Max expected that much contact. And they pay the price. Buy here is far from ideal either, is it? Couple AKs. Not so much util. Well, the Dust2 is necessarily the map we need the most, but always comes in handy. And another risky call. NPL is always the trickster. 3 towards B. And given our information, this could be the wrong move.
So, yeah, I see Exorcies on long, and I assume they're going to try and utilize that. Long doors, to be precise. Okay, fake mid for 3D Max, and they're going to come back towards long. You mentioned the lack of utility. They've used half of their util to fake mid. Captain Kirker overlooked. Captain Kirker doubles down. Any more for any more? Lucky shuts him down. Enough of that. Enough of madness. However, now the rotation's flocking towards this A-bomb site. Penultimate smoke rather used. The cross. Nade. Not going to affect 3D Max. They're in a disadvantageous position. Re-smoke towards the cross. Very much so confirming that they are here. Lucky failed the jump on the first attempt. There's bullets flying everywhere. They're not connected on anybody. But look at Alex on the flank. How does Hetrick... What? Mollowed out from Gandalf. And now Alex can activate. How does Hetrick get a double in that position?
For me, it's all on that lazy clear towards the platform out by long. Bait were really... They're in a really tough spot. If they lost long, the rotates are a way out. It would have been a really hard hold, I think. But Curtis gets a lot more than he should have. And I guess Alex was always the insurance policy, so not the easiest. This one's a extremely light buy from 3D Max. Just the pistol on Maka. Real opportunity for Bait to bank up some cash. Let's hope they keep all these rifles alive. One was dropped, but Hetrick's going to grab a pistol instead of the rifle. Okay. All right, why not?
Priorities, Alan. Alan,
Why not?
priorities. Priorities.
I guess he didn't get told. Interesting.
Or, question mark? Discard the MP9? Kind of make a bold move, pick up the AWP? No. On Dust2 of all maps, I feel like that type of play would be made.
He's pushing tunnels.
Yeah, okay, he has the spawn.
Oh, he stopped.
No. No. I think they missed the smoke, that's why.
That's why they meant to land in front of Xbox.
Yeah. I would. That's my assumption.
Probably true. He certainly looked like he's gearing up for it.
Yeah, that you wouldn't just randomly stop. That's my only thought process. Either way, they quickly reset.
I like the call from that last round. I really think it was a gamble. The 3B. Sorry, the last gun round, I guess, 2 rounds ago. This time, we've played out a good few rounds. 3D Max have tried A unsuccessfully. It stands to reason that a B round is going to come at some point, and especially with Hedrick, that MP9, he didn't feel like there's a lot of positions he can play, so why not commit by this construction area outside of the window?
Been praising the read to Bait, but in this round, they completely missed the mark. And Gravity is holding the cross. Really good for the first, but he would have spotted out 2 more coming middle. That's a boatload of information. Bomb finally being planted. Smoke deployed towards short because of that information. NPL lucky to be alive. Captain Kirker and Long. This activation could be the round-winning play if he goes late after Bait take contact towards short. So this round is pinned on Alex and Essential. But Captain Kirker, he's the first to move. He smites 2. And in tandem, everybody falls to 3D Max. An immaculate retake from Bait.
That almost looked easy.
Too easy.
I'm a little bit stunned. I'm really a little bit stunned. 3D Max, despite calling into the right areas of the maps, 2 gun rounds in a row, they can't win an afterplant to save their lives at the moment. How does Captain Kirk get 2 kills just wide swinging from long? I don't really understand how that went so south for 3D Max.
What's also worrying is that I'm pretty sure someone was holding for Captain Kirker on default. So I thought that's why I was like, okay, Captain Kirker play late. Well, you were calling for that B play. Here it comes. 3 players are here. Headtricks towards middle. He smoked off towards door, so he's just going to reposition towards window. And 3D Max, they wanted to go B.
I love that Bait
wanted
just
to
keep
go.
playing this
Yeah,
godforsaken free B setup. Like,
it
it's
will
going to work.
work.
NPL is just sat there like,
Guys,
this is
hear
going to
me out.
work. Like, we're going to keep doing this. Eventually, they're going to come B. They did at the start of the round, but they're going to sit in it for now.
Rotations
Either that
are
or they're
really
just,
moving.
I mean, they're just so confident at this point in their A retakes and their holds.
Ooh,
Flash can
is
allow surely the
devastating.
Goose player to swing. NPL gets engaged. And yes, he does. Second engagement of the day. And he goes
Wait,
just
what?
as well. Oh, my lord. Right.
is where-
Okay, let's pay attention. 2 Tech 9 kills in an instant. Head trick. Making use of that new box. Smoke will keep Senfield at bay, surely. He's a bold man, but going through this before his teammates takes contact would be too much to ask. Hedge pronounced. Oh, it's awkward. And Bait win the round.
I think 3D Max were always actually wanting to go towards B, but then there was a Molotov and a lot of utility that basically suggested that they maybe shouldn't. And that round was what, a 2 versus 4, 2 versus 5 type beat? And then the Tech 9s just start shredding. They start cutting through knife through butter. But unfortunately in the 2 versus 2, Head Trick just goes, actually guys, I'm really good at AWPing, and I'm just gonna battle AWP them. Really nice team play as well between NPL and Captain Kirko. The round did though pin on the fact that NPL gets that opening kill. The flashbang, one would argue the flashbang came a little bit too late if NPL had died in that first interaction, but because he doesn't, it's perfect. And already, as the hit came in, Headtrick and Alex had already rotated over. That was a small little macro change to the round. Even though Bait have played Retake A like 4 rounds now or something silly, they've always waited for the hit to come through, then started moving. But in that previous round, Headtrick and Alex had already started transitioning over, and that made the execute that much harder for 3D Max. Ironically, that was the most success they've got, though.
Okay, finally a round that isn't a freebie start. More conventional from Bates. His Head Trick pivots himself in towards mid. He actually is leaning towards the B side, so tried and true. They must have done some prep, man. I'm quite convinced. They are utterly playing with conviction that they need to be freebie. They've been freebie every gun round.
MPL's like, guys, they're gonna go B. And then you've got MPL or like Captain Kirko's like, I hear a lot of them short. He's like, no, they're going B. ignore the short presence. They're going B. Lucky's been doing really well at putting a lot of pressure on B as well. He's been lurk smoking, moloing, and all that jazz. Okay, we're just scaling up. This is very simple from 3D Max. There is no complication whatsoever. Only 3 players actually go out onto the bomb site. So we've got Lucky coming through B, Ecstasy's coming through middle, and Bait gets sliced down the middle. Captain Kirko left by himself at long, and he'll only achieve 1 kill. 3D Max, that was maybe perfect.
It's exactly the same play they did earlier in the half, and there was that player Goose, and then the long player for the CD side came back to help him. This time, it was Ramp, and a molly landed at MPL's feet, so no Goose player to bail them out. No doubt this pause is a discussion of can we have some more A players, please? This is getting a bit I'd love to know why. Fortunately, we don't have interviews after these games, but I would love to know why they're playing freebie with such conviction.
I might shoot NPL a message. Have I told you the anecdote? I've actually had a few run-ins with the Bait players in Pugs. Started off with Alex. This was before on Bait. This is before he's on Bait. I was playing. I just got I think I was like 3K at the time, but I got put into like a 4K lobby, and then me. I was being thrown around. And Alex, I was like, I'm so sorry, guys. I just can't do anything. Alex just goes, don't worry, Grimmy. You're a caster. You're supposed to be bad. And I was like, right. Okay, thank you. And then NPL, I queued against him. And he instantly types to me and goes, Grimmy, caster, easy game. Thanks for the elo. And we were playing Mirage. I was a anchor. And I think he killed me like every round. And he was just typing to me every round. It was so funny. But it was also just so demoralizing.
I mean, it's something a young player would do, would just swing palace every round.
Oh,
Try
mate,
and kill the anchor.
I was trying my best to, like, every round, different position. Every round, same thing. Just annihilated. It made me realize actually how good he was. I was like, okay, this guy is really crisp.
Okay. So this time it is most certainly a more conventional setup. Head trick towards short, and that should have been a slam dunk for a player of Hedrick's caliber. Cannot find the connection. Bit of an awkward adjustment. Lucky collects another, and this stance that 3D Max are presenting with 3 up short and then lurkers elsewhere is starting to pay some dividends. NPL's got to save. For a team that won 70 rounds on the trot, they don't have much money, do they?
No. Very important as well that 3D Max keeps through. Wow, okay. Graffiti, he's got a bit of... He's not too happy with MPL all of a sudden. A bone to pick with MPL, just start shooting his dead body. What I was trying to say before Graffiti threw some BM into the mixture was 4 alive, 3 alive. That's really good for 3D Max. Money's in a decent position. Mac has got the AWP out. Still. And I wonder how they start reacting to Lucky and Ecstasies on the lurks. Because that's been, from my perspective, the reason why these rounds have been so clear-cut. So I do wonder how they start reacting to that going into this next gun round.
Stack is true. It's in the right place. Dust2, though, especially towards long, is a timeless position for kind of... You might know they're coming long, but without the weaponry, without the util, you might not be able to stop them regardless. A couple of scout headshots would come in very handy. Quick tag onto Graffiti. No more. Send fuel swings. Does make it 1. So, somewhat a team-based attempt to get some fights. That doesn't really go in their favour. Should just be a clean-up now. You'd have fought from 3D Max. All the util streaming out now. Just need to get that bomb down. And keep somebody in and around pit.
Should be fine. We should be keeping all 4 alive. Also, an update over on Saw 9Z game. They're still on map 1. They're in a double overtime currently on Dust2. So if you're a Dust2 enjoyer, you're definitely... you're having a field day. You're getting everything. You got Dust2 over on the A stream, and then Dust2 on the B stream. We have a double overtime. With 3D Max, now in here, they take the lead. Run around the half. Bait. 3B question mark?
It's a weird one because it kind of was working earlier, but it wasn't working because they were freebie. It's working because they retook so well. It's kind of a funky one. Check this one out. Alex. Alex is moving towards under. Lucky
This
clearly told it could have been a possibility. And a mid push in the meanwhile. Flash over the top. Exorcist is running for his life. Captain Kirkter goes for the chase. With his molly down, he's stuck, isn't he? NPL is surely in for a world of trouble. How on earth do you fall back from this position? Hedrick gets tagged in the meanwhile off catwalk. I don't think this is necessarily going to play out so well for the CT side now.
Essential, though. He wants to have a say about this round. A really crisp first headshot at range. The HP across the board, tantalizingly low. Maka. Oh, that timing couldn't be any worse. Lucky has to go pick up the bomb. Senthior's spam doesn't connect, but Lucky's does. Head trick left now in this 1 versus 1. Lucky has time to pick up the bomb and reposition freely. 16 HP compared to the 43 of Lucky. Such a tense final round of the half. And Lucky, he's running around towards the B-bomb site. Head trick, a million thoughts in his head swirling around. Does he pick the right one? Does he go towards B? It seems like he's read into this poorly and he's going towards A.
There's probably a kit down somewhere. Or will he run over it? Information in now. Can't see a kit on the ground here. So, eyes on the clock, boys and girls. Hedrick needs to make a reasonably fast move. Goes pistol first. Needs a headshot. Lucky stays ducked. Up at the perfect time. 7 for 3D Max. Quite a recovery. 4 in a row. As we head into the T side. Can they get this done? We'll find out in a few.
Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. I don't know what you're thinking, but my mind is full of fear. Cause I felt this world without you, I feel safer when you're here. It's been a couple months now, feels like time's been moving slow. And I can't tell where my head's at, so can you let me know? Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way.
His clutch ability in this series has been through the roof. It is once more exhibited in the final round of that first half. A 1 versus 2 to give 3D Max the lead on their map pick going in second half. Now on the CT side, Maka is looking to start it off strong. However, these flashbangs is going to have to respect them. He's going to have to fall away, and no one else is remotely nearby.
Cross smoke is down. Keep an eye on Lucky. I get engaged for a full flank. Maka is alone for now. Graffiti now jumping up towards that new box. Back is gone. Dink on towards Graffiti. He is taken out too. Kirkter 1 step ahead. Chess versus drafts. And Bait are going to claim this pistol. Game back on.
This is such an evenly matched game. And it's really exhibited how we've had 6-6 half, 7-5, like constant back and forths. And we were having that storyline of we do not know where to predict the rest of this qualifier. And I think that's very much exhibited by the other game, 9Z saw being finished off in double overtime. Saw winning 9Z's map pick, so it's all on the line. All the marbles to play for. And 3D Max are going to take a full eco, allowing for bait to even up the scoreline.
Not expecting much here from the defense. See if they can get a catch. A dry run take so far for bait. One will go down soon. Just a question of can these late players streaming in long for the CT side get too many frags. One found.
That's
Team kill in the mix.
Seen a few of them today, haven't we?
Yeah, we've seen too many.
We were talking about AWPing going into Dust2 because it's Dust2. Didn't see much of it in the first half, to be honest. Oh, we're going to be going fast. B-bomb site, here we come. Grenades, though, are really good. The Molotov is going to force them to dissect, so it just sends 3 players in by themselves. Jocko dancing and prancing. If he'd got that final kill, that probably was round over. Okay, Maka, he doesn't care. There is nothing about him that cares about those smokes. He runs straight through. Alex holds the spray, though, and Alex clutches up. What a tumultuous round. No respect given either side, but Alex saves a day.
That's everything I like my Dust2s to be. I mean, it's utter carnage throughout. Pause from bait. As I imagine this pause for them is just to settle the nerves as it was, or calm down a little bit, because that was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Nevertheless, a very pivotal moment, isn't it? Round lead taken. This one is going to be a pretty a light sort of half buy from 3D Max. Opportunities now. Katowice is not far away.
They have been on a tear this season. It's not going to end here. However, they have just taken a lot of damage to grenades, and Essential maybe overextends slightly. Luckily, though, he does have the rest of his teammates in tow, so it will be a trade. 4 versus 4. Now, Bait be looking to slow down, because they might realize with all that presence feigned towards long, players might start creeping up middle, and that's exactly what Maka and Graffiti have done. Maka shows his cards. Eagle has to connect. The only way this round is won is if Maka and Graffiti can come out of these interactions with an advantage.
MPI are missing today.
No, doesn't seem
Change
to be
his
the case,
breakfast. That's for
Ooh,
sure.
you were saying?
Not done yet. Tricky angle here. Captain Kirk to come to play. 2v3 now for the CT side. They're in the right location, but a lot of work left to do. Here of the previous and Alex. Gets it over the line, so somewhat hairy, but maybe that's how they like it. Got it over the line.
This one round could dictate if we're going to a third map or not. This is a very important gun round. No AWP out yet again for either side, choosing just to go for the rifles. And Bait sending a lot of players early towards underpass. They want to be taking some mid control, but in the meantime, 3D Max, they make a point to send 3 players long, take a lot of that control. So both teams with control of their own. However, because 3D Max put a lot of resources towards long early on, there could be a gap in middle. Lucky has come back at the right time. Smoke, it's used. by Lucky for perfection. They go ahead of it. Rocco now swings from the B bomb side, baits in for Graffiti, but unfortunately only go for the first, and then Captain Kirker shines in glory, smites two, and gives Bait a fighting chance.
Nothing's easy against Bait. Nothing's easy. Huge kill from Maka. And then Sempiel has no idea, so... In fact, he always pivots there. I'd be nervous for a second, but 3D Max finally get one of these rounds. They're being made to work so hard. Every single Bait individual feels like they can make a heroic play at any moment right now. And that is a fearsome sort of trait to have this late in a series.
I do love the fact that Maka just doesn't have a care in the world. He'll just swing. He doesn't care. He's given no respect. That's a good sign for me. I like that. Play dirty.
When's this dude going to get an AWP?
Yeah.
Maka just rifled so much of this series.
That's a big question mark for me. Especially on Dust2. Like, dude, come on. Of all maps.
Did not get one off the ground? Surely Hedrick had an AWP in the previous. Was there not one they could grab?
No, I think it was the rifle still for Bait. Also, Lucky gets away with murder in that round. Like, they go ahead of the smoke before it blooms, and Lucky just gets gifted the kill. The second was really nice tracing through the smoke, but Bait don't want to make that same mistake. Scaling up short. That nade from the Frenchies does not reveal anything. They have long control. Currently, big lack of information. They have 4 players on short, and if they explode, Maka could be in a world of danger.
The nades aren't here. Lucky has some just about relocating time. Timely movement. Wally makes it terribly awkward for Maka, but it's not deep enough. Given space to play with. MPL finds the head, however. And look at this lurk. This could be a death sentence for 3D Max in this series. Essenfiel. The timing is phenomenal as he walks out of those tunnels. And now Graffiti and XTs are between a rock and a hard place. The only way out is frags. Where did that trifecta come from? Graffiti. He needs a statue. How has he done that? Frankly, the series might be over. Essenfiel's just walked out B. Frag 2 players. He has no other option. He can't even save. His only option was to fight.
Next time I go to Paris, I'm expecting there's a statue erected for Graffiti. Just slap bang in the middle.
Yeah.
Right next to the Louvre. Because he has given 3 Max the way back in. 2 rounds in a row for the French side. Talk about a lurk, though, for Essenfiel. My God. We were praising Exorcies and Lucky on their T side. Essenfiel one-ups them. And he must be not a happy bunny right now. Because he couldn't have done anything more in that round.
This pause is much more about the mental game than the more physical game as it was.
Yes, agreed.
They're just having a conversation saying, guys, I don't know what went wrong, but we need to stay calm. That, though, could prove to be a massive moment. This is frankly just a map of survival. 3D Max are fighting tooth and nail just to get us onto Nuke. A lot will be forgiven if they can make it that far. This one's just a half-buy for the T side. We know they can be dangerous. On paper, this should be the easiest round for ages for 3D Max, but I'm not going to believe it before I see some frags coming in.
You say that, Alan. You say that. If Bait has taught us anything this qualifier, is that when they've got pistols, you have to give them respect. Maka finally in all out. Issue is, probably the worst time to have that big green. It's a 2-for-2 trade. NPL's picked up that AWP. Another rifle can as well be collected to the arsenal of Bait if necessary, but no. They turn their attention towards tunnels. And NPL now is going to be cutting off rotations if either of Exorcies or Lucky choose to go through that mid-smoke.
I think for a moment they actually thought it was 0B, but they obviously see the smoke from Jocko. They're going to take their time. Exorcies decides they need information. Timing is Brutal. 2 collected. Can't quite make it 3, but he's done his job. And then some. 37 seconds remains. NPL. Orp in tow. Off angle for Jocko. Too much to handle. It's scary.
Everyone breathe. Everyone breathe.
It's scary.
Everyone take a deep breath.
But doesn't come with a final destination ending.
I also did not know that you could see a shadow there. That was a first for me. NPL's shadow got spotted before he did.
Have you ever
In the
seen a
lane.
Final Destination film, or was that a bit before your time?
Yeah. Sorry.
They're pretty tragic.
Yeah. Okay, well, that will save me some time then. Ooh, this is aggressive. Mac is playing in middle. There's a player in underpass. Head trick. Needs to be so careful here. Flashbang. Maka stays. Maka eliminates. Does get traded. GT now left on an island by himself. Ascentio vying for this kill. But Graffiti comes out on top. 3D Max cruising for a bruising. Head trick left alone in a 1 versus 3. He does find the first, but the bomb is down behind enemy lines. Lost in no man's land. There's no way he can retrieve that easily. Both Ecstasies and Jocko have grouped together, playing the buddy system, and Headtrick, unfortunately, has no idea where Ecstasies is, so he's just trying to scout for him, trying to search for him, but he's going to come up with nothing.
Graffiti just produces something else impossible. How does he get 2 kills? I think he even dinked a 3rd player.
Yes, insane.
That is unbelievable. And he's left Headrick in what feels like an insurmountable position. Can he isolate one-on-ones? It's a left eye peek to go through these doors. That's why Jocko isn't scared to take this fight. Headrick will need to be mechanically perfect to win this, and he is. Look at that! Game on, baby! He's here to play. Bomb is scooped. Smoke surely cause Ecstasies to stay at bay. Here's the footsteps and makes his move. That bomb slips into B, and we know how hard a retake this can be at the best of times. Headrick could put them so close to Katowice with this one-on-one. Holds the doors. Right decision. Pins the head to the wall. That is a colossal moment in this series.
Alan, that could be the round that breaks the camel's back. 3D Max, they only kept, what, 2 alive in the anti-force buy? So they are dirt broke. Headtrick had no right in winning that 1 versus 3. And luckily for him, 3D Max were playing a setup in that 2 versus 1 to counteract a short push. The one place that dismantles everything is Headrick coming through doors. Utility's perfect. He is so clinical on those executions. 20 kills he now sits on. The Orpa is deciding that he wants to go play another LAN. He wants to go face the best in the world and prove themselves on LAN in Katowice. A storied city with the best pass through. And 3D Max now on an eco. On a knife's edge is this game. 11 should be a guaranteed for the Ukrainian squad. That means they are 2 rounds away from qualifying. 2 rounds away from potentially just making their season.
Every round matters so much now. They can't take these anti-egos either for granted. They need to be flawless. Util communication, spacing. Every scrim they play leads to these moments. Got to be well drilled. And look at the call from NPL. He says it's almost too obvious. Take long, hit long on one of these sort of rounds. I'm going to change the game. We'll leave Headrick in pit. And we'll run to a free B bomb site. That's how it stands at the moment.
Headtrick needs to be careful here. She doesn't really matter. Oh.
How does he get 2?
You're kidding. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. Like, it's against an eco, and it realistically doesn't matter. But it's just the like, the sentiments, like the principle, like that shouldn't be allowed. That's just disgusting. I think that's just sums up the whole game with 3D Max. And Bait,
Okay.
they have played some of the most maps this year on HLTV. And for sure is it showing on the server. Qualified for the RMR, qualified for ESPU, and now looking to qualify for ESL Challenger Katowice. Not scraping through, may I add as well. Not just about narrowly making it as the second place. No, the first team to qualify by beating Saw and now potentially 3D Max, both in 2-0 fashions.
They lost their first map of this qualifier in overtime. Since then, 5 in a row. And we could be set for 6. 2 rounds. 2 rounds. That's it, guys. That's all you need. And it might just be the one gun round because there's obviously no money in reserve for 3D Max. They've ecoed into this one. Ball up now. Every decision. It's critical. Explosion out along. NPL.
Ooh. Critical
Trade. Takes a lot of damage for his trouble, but numbers-wise, still in the conversation. Alex next up. Very awkward duel. I guess he's going to wait for his teammates. He doesn't have the numbers with him. Wants to back off. And he does. Maka does go looking, but a little bit too late.
Wait, no, Alan, look at this. Alex showing his presence has dragged everybody off the A-bomb side. Now, look how close they are. Lucky, blindsided. 3D Max, save. Do you go for this? Maybe you have
HP
to.
bars are a disaster for this.
Yes.
I don't know. Whatever decision they make, they've got to be on exactly the same page. This Molotov from Jocko, frankly, could be the tournament. It's got to be perfect. Heads on towards car, and that's not where the majority of the players are. Makado finds the first graffiti, chimes in. One for Ascend Fuel, but it's not enough. So, was the right decision to commit. They were on the same page, and now it's even Stevens.
I thought that was it, personally. I thought that was 12. 4 versus 3 post plant. You were on the money. HP bars were just so low. Excruciatingly low. And because of that, 3D Max, as you mentioned, were all on the right page. With cohesion, they swept through. Maka on an AWP. I felt like a broken record thinking that he wasn't an AWP in that previous round. XSC's very lucky as well. I think he's very thankful that his teammates won out that round. He would have been hitting himself if they lose that and he wasn't able to get 2 towards long. Bates changing up the rhythm of this round though. We've seen this default come out from at the very beginning of the half. 3 towards tunnels, 2 in top mid with the bomb. Last time they did this, they ended towards A. It's been a long time since we've gone towards B for Bait. This could be the round to change the whole pace of it. Change the theme and try and tackle Jocko and Graffiti.
This is a key round if I've ever seen one. Whoever loses round will have a brutally bad bye to try and force overtime. And what are we going to get? MPL goes poking. Disperses his smoke. But this is all just a ruse. Bait are far from committing yet. Still have 3 smokes, plenty of mollies. Make it... Sorry, just a smoke dropped over. Still just 3 smokes. And it seems quite obvious now that it's going to be short. 3D Max are reasonably well positioned. A setup as old as time. Orb towards car. Like he can pivot up. And he gets confirmation. And here we go. It's explosive. It's fast. Maka connects first. Flashbangs ineffectual. Taking him off these angles. It's getting very awkward as players are jumping down from catwalk, trying to avoid that AWP. And indeed they will. Senfield goes lurking, and he does find one. 3-on-3 is going to be bomb planted. Retake to save the series if you're 3D Max.
and Bates, they've taken shorts. They know Yorp is towards long. They know he's one CT. XC's not accounted for. Flashbangs come through. Space being taken. Molotov's perfect. Alex fight in it, but falls. Captain Kirker can't stand on the bomb site. Head trick, not another one. He's already had 1-1 versus 3. How about a second? Maka taps the bomb, plays on top of the box and denies the clutch. The kit is there, the clutch is there, and 3D Max, the first team to go to 12.
Couldn't script it. Could not script it. What more do you want from Headtrick? What more can you ask from that young man? They have come so close to winning this series. So close. Millimeters on multiple occasions. Miss long corner smoke. Fortunately, a second comes in late, but they're just going to go out towards long. 1-for-1 trade for the moment. Do they feel like continuing to commit to this? There's so much util landing at their feet. This feels ill-advised. But who am I to say when headshots like that are getting produced? Maka with the lineup. Alex with a second. It is utter brutality. Nobody is backing down.
Alex is just keeping them alive. And he's doing it by running through smokes. I love it. Give me more of that. Overtime, we haven't had enough this qualifier. Dust2 is just being exhilarating. Why not give us more? But Jocko and Graffiti, they want to put an end to this. I love this push. They are currently being held for, though, however.
Do they make a move now? Do they wait for some confirmation? Jocko does clear the long doors. Oh, the timing. NPL holds. NPL frags. Does he expect a second?
No.
Graffiti waits. Oh, the timing could be brutal. Does he have the trigger discipline? He doesn't have the gun for this, Freddy. So he has to be pitch perfect. And NPL is ready. Overtime demanded. And this game deserved it.
You're kidding me. You're actually kidding me. That NPL turns on a sixpence there for no reason. There was no sound cues whatsoever. He just, in the back of his mind, thinks, there's one more long. And you know what? He is bang on it. Overtime is upon us. 3D Max, that was their opportunity. And that should have been their round. The grenades were perfect. The utility towards long doors was sublime. It belittled everybody on bait. Mac's double wasn't enough. Alex saves the day, but NPL puts the cherry on top. And now, let's look at this B-bomb site.
Now we're cooking. Straight in. Very, very aggressive call. Well, his 3 kills were bait. Only 2 on the opponents. They are hungry for blood. But if they get the bomb down, it's not too bad. It's B-bomb site. And look at this from Ecstasies. He is a madman. Smokes at his feet. And he's buying so much time. These players can't back off. They're waiting for the flanker to get engaged. That is Captain Kirkter. And this round has so many tops and turns. I'm speechless. This doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god. Alan, I don't know if you picked up on it. NPL blocked Headtrick. Headtrick was in the fire. And honestly, I don't know what was going on. I just saw NPL looking at the Molo with like a knife out or a nade out and just blocks Headtrick. Headtrick burns to a crisp because of his IGL. Even though he's been sublime, does make a pretty big oopsie there. And well, bait, they try their hand at a B execute. A B pop, I guess. And it does work out. It should have been a 4 versus 3. But the team kill doesn't make that to be. And,
yeah.
XC's, I mean, fair play, man.
XC should have, I mean, they should have killed him before he got out a window. I can't believe he stayed alive backside. It's, there's so many layers, but something, that a through line of these last, let's say, 6, 7, 8 rounds is bait look really kind of hectic. They look quite flustered in these afterplans. They are making really fast moves and decisions, and they are a young team. In-game leader's only 19 years old, so I don't think we should necessarily be very surprised. But it could cost them if they don't get a kind of a grip on the communication.
Well, they've got an advantage in this round. Maka was being held for at range. Short push attempted by 3D Max failed. Graffiti was all by himself. He was the only player, the only defender towards mid and B. And they don't even need a trade bait. They sail past him. NPL lurking in middle, not allowing for those rotations. And bait punch back. Remember, it was actually NPL they got shot at. It was Graffiti who shot NPL's body a long time ago now. So NPL gives them a taste of their own medicine.
NPL looks really jittery to me. Like, he looks like somebody that's absolutely...
Wired?
Yeah, on adrenaline at the moment. You just kind of get that sense watching him play right now. Okay, every team's a lot in a pause in each bout of overtime, and Bait are going to burn it now.
Got a point to raise about that. Wasn't the jitteriness and this kind of nervousness actually one of the things that was attributed to NPL and Navi? This is really, I'm pulling
different kettle of fish. I mean,
different kettle of fish.
He's a young kid thrown into playing on stage in some of the biggest events in the world.
Yeah.
Everyone. I mean, someone like Munazi is the only player I've ever seen go out, maybe donk, and perform immediately. So
true. That's fair.
You know, we can big this up how much we want, but this game isn't a stage game.
A lot of stakes on the line.
That said,
teams.
He wasn't the in-game leader in Navi, so he has other responsibilities here. Can't all be about himself, and even if he individually is, you know, maybe, I'm not saying he's playing badly, but if it's getting to him with the mental side, he can't let it get to his calling.
Because we've also been praising him a lot with his calling. So that can't slow down now. It's another, this seems to be the basic default for Bates. 2 top mid, 3 tunnels, take short. Normally they end towards A. This time they're throwing a bit of a variation. Captain Kirker and MPL are going to be going out as a duo towards long. Look at Maka lying in wait. He cannot miss this AWP shot. Is there going to be any utility? Yes. But by the CT side. What do Bait do with this now? Maka's gone towards short. Bait have just mollowed themselves shorts. 30 seconds left on the clock, and they are all sitting, waiting to be naded. Luckily for their sake, doesn't do much damage. 25 seconds, Maka's just dropped another Molotov. Look how much utility 3D Max have at 20 seconds left. A double nade towards short, that's a kill. Ecstasy is slipping at the wheel though. Here comes the long prong, 10 seconds. The bomb though on Essential needs to make its way towards the bomb site. This is the most important part of the round, and he falls, and it's over. 3D Max take the advantage going into the second half of overtime, and it's very messy. What is that from Maka? A jumping no-scope? You have to be kidding me. It's salt in the wound.
They are very flustered. Very flustered. Miss nades. Lack of conviction. They've invested so much energy into this map. If they were to lose it, that is hard to brunt. Bit of a pause here as we flip sides. I think we'll need a bit of a break just to reset.
Everyone could do with a breather. If
we called out Maka after map 1. He wasn't the player, wasn't the rest of this qualifier, but golly. Especially towards now the end of regulation into overtime. He has been a monster.
Can't believe he just hit a jumping no-scope as well. At range. Gas. 3D Max, I think, must have identified that default for Bait, because they had an abhorrent amount of utility left. a silly amount left, for like 20, 30 seconds. Headtrick didn't even see someone in that previous round. And when someone's 27 and 18 and he gets naded before he can have any contact, you're doing something right. You've got the advantage, 3D Max. You've been here before. You're not quite on map points. You're in a pretty good position to take it. 7-5, they won the first half on the T side, right? So we're pinning them probably to be the favorites now in this overtime. And especially with how Beta playing, the jitters certainly showing. I would be surprised if now we don't go to a third map.
No, you said it.
Okay.
Nothing is for certain in this series.
Yeah.
And as much as Bait are making mistakes, 3D Max equally, when they realise they're close, pushing us to a third, might themselves start to falter. What is the call, 3D Max? Short control about to be taken. Remember, guys, regulation T-side was a lot of rounds of 3 off short with the Avangar and the ledge smoke. And then seeing how much resistance they face. This looks fairly similar. Ledge smoke is down. Here comes the Vanguard. And it's pretty much the same. Bomb is there, so they can plant for short. They make it that far. Molly will cause problems for NPL. Flash is perfectly timed to deny Headrick a good fight.
Nade.
Perfect nade. They will not stop a plant. Surely not. NPL goes wide, though. Not for long. Maka trades. Exorcist on the lurk. That is perfection. And can hold the cross for side. This surely is destined for 15. 2 chances for the Frenchman.
Small little macro play as well there is that you were talking about the 3 up short. What they were also doing so well in regulation that first half was having those lurks. They had Lucky and Exorcist just tormenting rotations, and in that round, Lucky peeks out and he goes 1 for 1. Baits in perfectly Exorcist because they were playing the exact same position. Maka, that opening kill could have potentially been game over. He doesn't die, but he takes a lot of damage. Alex and Headtrick now set up in a double setup towards lower tunnels. Headtrick nails the first shots. He has been immaculate this map. He doesn't want to end it now. Captain Kirk going long. Trying to continue in that same step as his IGL, but unfortunately only good for 1. However, that does maintain an advantage. And look, the whole of the B bomb site has been cleared out. They know it's towards A. They're going to be bringing everybody over. They are very cautious of a lurk, though. You can see Senthiel's not 100% sure about rotating over. NPL just died in a Molotov. NPL just died to a Molo. 3 versus 3. The bomb site's capitulated. Headtrick's walking through smokes. And now they have the information of players coming towards short. Alex, though, nails 1. Same with a Senthiel. And a Senthiel left in the clutch. Keeps Bait alive. That was chaotic. And the jitters are still very much there. But Bait still, the possibility of a double overtime is alive.
What I would give for heart rate monitors on these players. They're going to be off the charts. 3D Max might pause. Because that probably should have been it. Okay. Well, check out the buy. Triple AWP. No doubt some of these will hold the cross. Does anybody have a long spawn?
Yeah, Xyz did.
Double boost.
3, 2, 1.
Timely smoked across. Very timely.
Of course, the French team brings out the triple AWP as well, right?
It's got to be done.
We've only kept 1. Sorry, this is awesome how we've held the cross and Jocko just ran tunnels. Jocko's already got space in middle. They have played the exact same CT side setups. 3A, 2B. You said to me once it was on cave paintings.
It is.
3D Max need to have a variation because they're feeling quite readable. And there is a slight variation here with Lucky throwing some presence towards the B-bomb site. Keeping Alex and Essential just aware, keeping them potentially scared of a tunnels play. Same with Exorcies. He's putting contact towards long. Issue with Jocko's position is like they're gonna expect him. He's been here every time. Well, not him, but his teammates. And I think because he's there, I don't think they're going A, Alan.
It's a similar look, but players are much more dispersed for 3D Max, and that kill is going to sow a lot of doubt in this CT side, despite being caught in transition. A huge kill. Nevertheless, I was going to say the B-bomb site is seeded, but it doesn't matter. Senfuel is undeniable. 16 seconds, and Graffiti has to get this bomb down. And he will. That could be it. Captain Kirkser, 1 versus 2. Maka posted, ready to go. One shot to send us to a third and final map. And he connects. An absolute marathon of a game of Dust 2. And 3D Max pull off the impossible. The number of crazy rounds they had to win to get this to OT was bonkers. In OT, even more. And this series deserved a third map.
It certainly does. Whoever now qualifies
Tournament. Yes, Maka 2. Maka did take the first map off in this series, but decided they weren't losing Dust 2. The round that stands out to me was that Graffiti round, where I think it was the Senfield that walked out of B, and he gets 2 kills on the lurk, and you're like, this is absolutely impossible. And that round saves the entire series for 3D Max. But they've done it, Freddy. All is forgiven. All is forgotten from those first 2 maps. Big old reset button is slammed down upon. It's a best of 1. Winner goes to Kato.
and Bait, they start on the CT side. Not gonna lie, I think they're very happy that this final map's Nuke. Ascenthiel, though, not happy whatsoever. He has been drive-byed by Lucky. Edric's already down towards the B-bomb site, and he's going to make his presence known for the first kill. Unfortunately, it's a bit windy onto Lucky, and he's another player that I don't think we could give enough love for. His clutch ability has been through the roof, and he's not normally the player you'd say that to on 3D Max, but he's definitely been a big factor to why they've got to this stage. And it looks like on Nuke, he is not here to mess around. He's here to perform.
Look how 3D Max just pumped the brakes. They're like, we're not going to make the next move. We're going to wait, bide our time, let Bait get aggressive. Now, Bait aren't getting aggressive, but that's all somewhat to their detriment because they have no information. And given the way that 3D Max are posturing at the moment, there's only one A defender. That's in Kurtka. Off towards the squeaky door. And get an opportunity at some fights, and he does connect immediately. No chance of an immediate trade. Can the captain find more? Yes, he can. Out of ammo, but teammates are on location. 2v2 now. Maka swinging in through hut. Bomb is out the bottom of heaven. Maka. Oh, I can't find the head. Second time lucky. Bomb now getting planted. Just need to play together, chaps. Peek at the same time. Out of ammo. Knife is out for Maka. Not required.
Okay. There was never a moment of doubt. I think them stopping, as you said, perfect. It also sows the seeds of deceit into Bait's head. Like, they're just like, what do we do? What's happening? We have no idea what's going on. Makes them a bit scared. The deception, though, didn't really work. It took a lot of heavy lifting, and Bait are gonna already just buy back into this. They want to have a straight rebuttal. Maka's got out onto the A-bomb site, and no one seems to have realized. Because of that, here's Mac 10, shreds 2. An advantage for 3D Max, however, not for too long. Ascenthiel gets a kill towards ramp. So yes, 3D Max have the bomb site. They're gonna be playing a post plant, but it is still a 3 versus 3, and Maka, oh, he gets the bomb down, but it costs him his life.
Someone's going to make a play. And it's not Exorcise. All unlucky. These are low HP players, but he's got a lot to do. NPL is biding his time so well. Diffuser is fragged. Is there time remaining? I think there is.
Surely.
Close but no cigar. Bait win the force buy.
MPL wins that round. That one kill onto Maka, to me, it makes a round that 3D Max, even though it's a 3 versus 3, probably are massively favored in. All of a sudden, that's not the case anymore. And also, as you mentioned, biding his time, not showing his hand. He wanted... It was Maka, right? Yeah, Maka wanted for NPL to swing into him. Never gifted to him. So Bait narrowly miss out on a pistol round win. Right back. They throw a punch of their own. They get on the board. Force 3D Max on pistols with Maka on the Hero AK.
Fuel. It's challenged. NPL, though, here to help as well. And that is an utter cleanup. Feet's nowhere near the bomb. Even a frag would be quite astonishing from this position.
You were saying?
Yeah, maybe somewhat impressive, but it was the SMG. And he didn't last long.
MPL's ready. He is playing. He's at a good start. 5 kills in 2 rounds. Also a Senthiel. He's a player that I think maybe at times could have done more in this series. And already getting a lot of impact in both those rounds alongside MPL. That calls to me that ramp might be a very hard nut to crack for 3D Max, which is not a good sign. Alex is yet to really show us anything. Obviously, he's... Remember last time we saw them on Nuke? Alex, they lost in overtime to OG. I guess you saw them beat Saw. But for me, they lost in overtime OG, and Alex was... he couldn't do anything wrong. So if that continues, this... oh no, 3D Max. But they did beat Saw straight afterwards. That is a pretty impressive result, actually, because Saw is quite good on that map.
Frenchie's making us wait.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah. Nice present of lead, no doubt. This round.
The jumping shot. They're trying to emulate Dust2.
Right. Guns out. Let's see what 3D Max have for us. This is where you work out who's got the metal as the in-game leader. T-side nuke, 3rd map winner makes LAN.
Whoa.
Gotta make some good calls. And it's Maka up first on this T-side. MPL will be up later on. This round's gonna be an inner round, I think. Just Graffiti Center was out, and no, they're gonna pivot. Maybe meeting too much resistance. But they haven't used these outer smokes at all. Graffiti's now just come up close to this, close across smoke, but I don't think you're fooling anybody. I don't think Bait ever, especially now with the secret play, think that anybody's crossed. I actually don't know what you do now as 3D Max. You've burned all your smokes bar 1 to get no map control.
Hopefully, Headtrick's lulled into a false sense of security. Hopefully, he overpeaks. That's pretty much what I'm thinking is the game plan here. But no, there is patience exhibited in a man. Patience is a virtue, after all. And now with that opening kill, you can see, look at this, look how cool this is from MPL. He just gives distance. He just goes, you know what? We can play the long game. We've got the advantage. However, caught sleeping at the wheel. Graffiti tears off his head. Headtrick now forced to reactivate. up secret. He's being held for. And luckily for Jocko, Graffiti saves his life. Graffiti has given them a way into this round with those 2 kills. Unfortunately, though, Jocko, they knew he was going heaven. It felt like he was just going to his grave by continuing up on his path. Lucky. Oh my god, that 1 versus 3 was almost winnable. Captain Kirker does sublime to get 3 of his own. Lucky, so close, but sadly, no cigar.
I mean, it ebbs and flows in these rounds. It's always going to be a tall order for 3D Max. Big kill onto NPL, at least makes it possible, but got to have the staying power despite the heroics of their last man alive. It's going to have to be a half buy at best for 3D Max. Pistols out. Got a bit of USIL. Got a lot of HE grenades, actually. Are we about to... These top hut nades?
It appears so. Oh, they were like...
Is that where they're meant to go? In front of CT
dials?
Vent?
Is that like dial? I forgot what people actually call that, to be honest. There is a call out for that.
For where? For CT Vent?
That like where those like fire extinguishers are. Maybe if there's a smoke down. So like it's where the nades landed. So behind where Captain Kirker is now, like directly behind when you hug the wall. A lot of people play that when they're holding smokes, right?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Just playing the off angle for sweetie.
Yeah, like you kind of hold it so you can't see them until they've come out, and it catches people off guard. Haven't seen as much in the last year, I will say, but especially when the
Why
smoke
would you nade that over like top hut? Why?
Your guess is as good as mine. That's the only rational thinking I have. Or it missed. I think maybe it missed.
Well, 2 of them went. I think 1 hit top hut and 2 went
well, there was
out
no
wide
damage
by
done,
CC Vent.
and there was a player.
You can also nade heaven. That could
back
have.
sight. Back sight is normally where people double or
Yeah.
triple nade.
Who knows? Didn't work.
It was a gimmick. It happens.
Right.
Okay, this is a very important round. We were talking about testing the metal of an IGL. That first gun round, it's not the best, to say the least. Alex almost just swung to his grave there. Jocko's yet to get a kill, and that is going to stay that way. Spam through the smoke. NPL also clears out the outside presence. This is not looking good for 3D Max. They have started off the second gun round in a devastating manner.
This is a really flat start to this map for 3D Max. That's so hard to get to this point. It'd be almost depressing to go out with a whimper. But in this round alone, I don't know what you do if you're 3D Max. Is saving an option? It doesn't feel like a good one because it means Lucky and Ecstasy will have no money for nades. So I think you have to keep pressing this and accept it's a half buy if you lose. Well, at the moment, they are just praying, aren't they, for an over-facing CT player, but it's not coming.
Very scared of a player being down B, even though NPL is somewhat holding across.
It might fit. There might have been an event dive smoke earlier.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Alex, I think, seemingly dealt with it quite nicely. Okay, this is a shutdown. Sure, you get 1 kill. Does it matter? Maybe? No, okay. That's a really neat hat trick from Alex.
I think the other thing about having the player lower as bait is it's been so long since you've seen anybody that part of you just thinking there's got to be a vent diving player making a play. I mean, why else? They can't just be sat in lobby for 45 seconds doing nothing. It's like, yeah, they can.
However,
they can.
However, they were.
They were.
I think maybe NPL as well. So he got a kill outside on Graffiti, but he wouldn't have got all of the information, right? Like, there's always a world someone can slip by. And what I think is very clear is that they have the confidence on the players on the A-bomb site that it's fine. And that's exactly what happened. MPL was also in heaven, worst comes to worst. He did actually die straight away in that round, but still, like, he was fine. Tactical pause, very much needed.
What are you up to? 9. 16 kills, and we're going into round 8. So just over 2 kills a round. On average for 3D Max. That's not going to cut it. They indeed will half by. Going into this one. A few smokes. Those go down immediately for the cross. No, they don't actually. They do one deeper smoke for the cross. Lucky there's nobody in heaven. Yeah. I don't know if that's a miscomm. It doesn't seem like a high percentage play to cross outer like that. Perhaps they wanted to swing behind their own molly? I'm not sure.
I did shape up this game at the very beginning. Oh, sorry, this map saying Bates are very happy to be on Nuke as a decider. That is being portrayed on the server. Also, a little update from our B stream. Seems like Saw are in touching distance of completing a lower bracket run. 12-8 in a 3 versus 3 HLTV reads currently. 9Z though. They look like they're actually going to be doing this round. Like Saw just pushed middle actually. On the Inferno CT side, which is to play. I am worried for 3D Max though, as we get back into this game. I am worried. I am worried indeed.
You and the other 60 million Frenchmen.
Yep. Jocko has 8 ADR, by the way.
Not ideal.
Captain Kirker and MPL have more kills than Jocko has ADR. Going into round 9.
Yeah, that isn't. That is a problem.
Yep.
That is a problem. Do a bit more, I think.
Maybe. I'm no expert, but Alex did get a spam kill one round on Jocko through door, and I almost thought he was going to do it against a Lucky.
Bait are choosing not to warp. They absolutely could have got one. Choosing to play on the rifles. It's a very dynamic way to play. Hedrick, as you can see, he's committed ramp with ascend fuel, so gives him those options. It does mean there's no AWP here on outer to hold the cross. Where's that kill come from? XSC's punishing the hut move. At the same time, Lobby is being crunched from this ramp position. I don't think 3D Max should be caught off guard. But if he knew it was coming, it didn't matter, did it? Brutal.
Look at Lucky. They don't know about him. He can cut off rotations and also be assist as, oh, Bait think 3D Max have gone down B. But they couldn't be any more wrong. 3D Max rolling onto this A bomb site. NPL. That is a really clean first kill on Lucky, but unfortunately, it means nothing. Captain Kirker should be eliminated swiftly. No damage there, no problems. 3D Max get a little bit lucky in this round. I think when Bait cleared lobby like they did, and they saw basically nobody, and they also had the information that there were players outside, they just assumed that it was B. And I don't necessarily blame them because of how 3D Max haven't gone B much recently, so it's okay. This seemed like the round they would. But unfortunately for them, the Frenchmen deceived them. They outplayed them on the T side for their first round since the pistol round. And Jocko's on the board! I didn't even notice. Jocko gets a kill. Jocko doesn't get a second kill, but you know what? He's going to have at least more ADR now. 10-12.
Yeah, he just did 60 damage as well to Hedrick, so even better.
Surely.
Look at that.
25. Bash.
Legend. Well, 2 is better than 1.
Is correct.
Not much better than 1, but it's better than 1. We're going to need some more. That is for sure. What have you got for us, Maka? Okay. No early cross smokes this time. A slower affair. They'd love to throw this set outside the front of Squeaky to at least feign a vent dive. It's burst. Maybe there to greet them. It's like he takes a bit of space. He might... Oh, okay. Not so lucky there.
Alex doesn't seem aware, though, of the damage he's done. Doesn't matter, though. He just gets 2. Alex was the first player to fall in the last round, and he makes up for his mistakes in this. Damage as well inflicted to Graffiti. NPL. Oh, he smells blood. An Apex Predator set out on the hunt. What's going on, Bates? Why are we throwing away this round? It was a 5 versus 2, and now it's a 2 versus 2. 3D Max, know where Headtrick is, and they've gone down towards the B bomb side, which is currently completely vacant.
Gotta retain composure. Jocko hits an absolute ripper. XC's chimes in with the final, and Bait need to pause. They need to pause right now, because that was wild what they were doing. Just play a crossfire, sit on the sides. It is impossible for 3D Max to win if you play together. Impossible.
See, Alan, the operative word there is playing together. It was the second player in main. NPL ran in with his knife out. Alex was out in the open. It all fell apart. That is...
Maybe they don't pause. That really surprises me.
The what? No pause, yeah.
Yeah, like
That's,
really, like
yeah.
any coach pauses there. It's quite an easy decision.
Not for Madden, though. He says play on. Really nice play from Headtrick. Orp is out. It's taken a while. It was in the last round, but not really used much. In this round, aided in giving Bait a 2-player advantage. Bomb goes down the B bomb site. Seemingly surprises Bait because 3 players went down vent. They've been throwing that set outside squeaky. We commented upon it every round. This time they actually utilize it to its full potential. And look how much util they still have for ramp. So they've completely blocked off that primary zone from being effective. Exorcise, odd timing. Never mind. Still snaps onto Captain Kirker. Jocko, he is alive and kicking on this server now. 2 versus 3. Smoke on double. That blocks off both players. But Jocko, I said he was alive. And most certainly he is on this server. Now landing. So many crucial kills in back-to-back rounds. There's red on the trigger and blood on his mind.
Where was this Jocko for the first 10 rounds? Playing one-handed or something. Now he's on the server. Colossal kills from Jocko. Another massive blunder from Bait. Their comms are a disaster. I'll just call them out. It's the only explanation for some of the rounds here, some of the rounds at the end on Dust2. They must be so hectic. Nobody is on the same page. Somebody needs to just, you know, calm the... Yeah, down. Calm down.
I can't believe you just said, Jocko, were you playing with one hand?
He was on 8 ADR.
Sorry, that's what I'm taking away from everything you've just said.
He was got an 8 ADR after 10 rounds.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah. 9 rounds, I'll have you know.
Oh, was it the 10th where he got his
It was
one
the
kill?
10th before he got his first kill.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry, Jocko.
Yeah, I mean, he's raring. NPL, oh no.
He's tilted.
That's a GG desk broken moment. We've already had one desk broken in competitive Counter-Strike today. How about a second? Make it a third, because Headtrick misses a sitter. Vent rotation's been heard. However, look, the masses are in lobby. Alex, what? You're a criminal. You have gotten away with murder there. But as I mentioned, they don't expect for the 3 players to still be in lobby. Alex is out of position. Yes, he's got those 2 kills, but it's left now. This A-bomb side vacant. He's going to make his presence known. And he's rotated towards Secret with that Molotov. Ascentio currently blocked from the retake. Last round and a half, and 3D Max, they've clawed their way back in. A 5th would be the cherry on the cake. And Ascentio, well, They've left Lucky in a 1 versus 2. Oh dear. 3 versus 2 retake. Sorry, 2 versus 3 and 30 max. They throw away that opportunity. Bates redeem themselves in the final round of potentially this final half. Winner of the next half goes through to Katowice, and currently it's looking like Bates.
It's right in front of me. It's right in front of me. Right in front of me. Right in front of me. Give me some clarity. First time that we met not long ago. Before you had to get back on the road, we spend every second of the day together. I remember when we talked till 3 a.m. Driving around in town in your old van. Tell stories about who we used to be. I still feel your touch though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles.
Welcome to the cauldron. And we are cooking. 1 half to go. Winner goes to Katowice. Bait, frankly, could have been even further ahead on this map. But they still made it to 8. T-side now to follow. NPL has been on a tear. And as he captained his team potentially to victory, will he be denied? Lots of missed shots here from the young Frenchman. As Ramp is overwhelmed with Ukrainian forces streaming in now through the ramp. We're buffed a little bit by this dualies from Lucky, and look at this, pin is pulled. We're going elsewhere.
Oh my god, no one's landing anything for 3D Max. Exorcies though, in tandem with Lucky, near bomb sites. Almost didn't expect Alex Smith dropped. Okay, now here comes the kills flooding in. Jocko from James Bond to hero, finally decapitated by NPL. Be a 1 versus 3. NPL had a rough run of things towards the end of the first half. It's going to continue in that way. 3D Max, they're back, and they want to make this third map contentious.
Playing angry. Maybe so they should. No bomb plan for bait. This one destined for a very heavy eco, surely. One dig, one PZ50, not much else to shout about. Like he has no head armor. So they keep tabs on that one. Hopefully not to his detriment. I think I'm looking at Micah for this half. Get the AWP out. Give us a Dust2-esque performance and just maybe you'll have some flights to Poland.
This round sets the tone for the half. Bates have laid the foundations for success. They've taken the advantage on their CT side. Sure, they could have got more. Even 8 was actually pretty hard fought for. Is it all for nothing? And they secure the victory, not just in the series, but the whole close qualifier, making it through as the first team to Katowice and send 3D Max sprawling, where they're going to have to play Saw tomorrow, which is not an easy opponent.
MPL has so much space. Fast throw around those smokes. Lobby crunch. Does not work. Just keep throwing men into the fray. No kills found. It is a whitewash. Lamb slaughter. You know the analogy. Disaster stations for 3D Max.
Oh no. 3D Max have opened up the door for bait. And it's a can of worms on the other side. I said that round sets the tone for the half, and Alan, I think I've got my answer. Not only does MPL, as you were mentioning, get excruciating amount of space outside, which they didn't know about, so that means he can just do it again, but they go flawless. Essential and Alex, the two younger players by experience, not necessarily age, but by experience on this team, don't even miss a beat. They shred through 3D Max. The Frenchies sprawling. So, they might have to start prepping. Because the Portuguese, I think, they're waiting in the wings for the Frenchies now. 2 M4s, 2 MP9s, and a 5.7. It's not great, is it?
No, sir. No, sir. Lose this. Eco 1. It's 11 for bait. They were thinking about. Gotta focus on the here and now. And they don't have a lot of util to posture with either. They need to save these smokes. Save them for re-smokes onto Squeaky. Headtrick disperses the cross smokes. Lucky's dropped. Come off the lower side of the map. He's actually clearing vent a bit, so he's somewhat scared. It could have been a vent dive, but now can convey that information to his teammates. No need to bring any more forces lower. It certainly feels like bait are posturing for an inner hit. Top hut molly ready to go. Got no more smokes. So relying on good pathing, good flashes. And that buddy system. All important players now out of Squeaky Hut 2. Sees plenty of T's in the vicinity. 3 headshots in 3 seconds. It's going to be round for bait, surely. I'm almost stunned 3D Max even putting these guns near the site because they're all they're going to have in the following.
That could be it. 3 entries from 3 different players in that round. Everyone does their job to perfection. Those dry runs, they've certainly paid off. The question now is, does Maka save the M4? Headtrick. Oh, Headtrick does run away. I think maybe he's scared that he could die to the bomb explosion. Okay, so Mac is going to have the luxury of an M4 in the next round. But it's a full eco for 3D Max. Mac has not been the same Macca that was on Dust2. The Macca jumping no scope. The Macca who got a 4K to send us to Nuke. Sitting 7-12, and a very unenthusiastic T side has led us to a position where they're up against an eco. They're looking to go 11-6 up and then be 2 rounds away from Katowice. They've looked like the better team on a lot of occasions in this series. I think you said it. They probably should have won Dust2. They get sent onto Nuke. I mentioned they were probably quite happy it was Nuke. And that theme staying true.
Still, though, I'm not forgetting how Dust2 ended. They were hella flustered. So,
Yeah.
I mean, watching around like this and saying it's so important that we stay calm. And we stay on the same page. And we stay well grouped. And even if we go into a stack, we're going to retain our composure. One dink is through. Into the lion's den go bait. Fortunately, trades are on point. Just need to assail Macca. Hit the M4. And, what's the choice? Just avoid him? Take the bomb A, perhaps?
Luckily for bait, Captain Koga comes out swinging in that round. He just heads on a swivel. A turret just running in, just eco. He's empowered. Is this patience for bait, or is this overcomplication? Doesn't matter. Mac is saving. He's on 10. He's on 20 HP.
I think they should just
still.
keep this simple plant and then not even hunt. Like, when in a series where, forget map 1, map 2 and 3, maybe not map 3 yet, but certainly end of Dust2, made a lot of small mistakes. It's just like, get the simple stuff right, play the simplest brand of Counter-Strike you can.
You're discarding map 1, but you also got to remember 3D Max were 10-9 up at one stage after like an 8-2 lead or something like that from bait. So those silly mistakes have been very much prone to be coming in all over this series. Even though they won Ancient still like 13-10, look, that got hella close when it never should have. And there's definitely a scare that could happen now. This next gun round, 3D Max is for all the marbles. Luckily, it's not a single elimination. They're really lucky that they have 2 spots going through to Katowice. A bit less lucky, though, that they have to face Saw tomorrow if they do fall here. That's unideal, to say the least.
This has to work. No other way around it. Graffiti opens up.
It's a good start.
Kills Alex too, who's been a pretty heavy hitter in this entire tournament, but particularly on games of Nuke. So, good opener. Look a little bit rattled, do bait. Whatever their plan was is rebuffed. They got to realign. They want to go for. Couple of smoke stills. They can cross outer. Here they come.
Lucky has a grenade, so he can definitely throw a spanner in the works here. You can see Graffiti's come in to assist. Wait, what? Oh my god, they don't see anyone. And that nade comes in when Lucky's reloading.
Unbelievable!
Oh my god. Okay, that's the first bit of information, that Molotov, that there's a player outside.
I actually wish there was no molly. Like,
yeah,
they didn't
I
know it. They almost
wish.
certainly would have thought they're spotted, but...
Also, what was that molly for? Like, where's that go? Okay, here we come. We're speeding up now. Macca hears all of those footsteps. Falls back. Jocko not able to get 2. Macca gets 1. However, numbers still in favor for 3D Max. Captain Kirker has sent the tag. excruciatingly low. A combination of 35 HP between those two players. Bomb will not get planted. I was going to say just about plant, but not today. Money isn't really an issue. This extra 600 would be nice, but doesn't matter. Oh, they actually are going to get the bomb down. Okay. No. Yes, they do. Okay. What a weird round. Sure.
Yeah, trying to bait fool you for that bomb plant.
I had no idea when that bomb, if it was going to go down.
Well, if you're 3D Max, one round at a time. We know how quickly these leads in MR12 can slip. But, yeah. Keep your eyes on the prize. Full by an alpha bait. Bomb plant is a value. You're not going to see that value until a little bit further down the line, but bolsters the bank a little bit more. And what is the call, MPL? Can't afford to lose a man early.
Metric
Almost dead.
Oh no, he's dead. Oh, Graffiti's got back-to-back openers within like 10 seconds of the round being played out. Graffiti. He had like 5 kills going into that last round. He's playing like he's on 30, and I love it. Give me that confidence. It's brewing. NPL sweating bullets around that smoke. There was one kill in the mixture that actually came out towards Jocko, pushing aggressively ramp. Oh, they're wrapping main. Wrapping main. Exorcise. Here's all of this. BT's fallen. Gets the first. Captain Kirker can't trade. 3D Max surviving, and it's not by the skin of their teeth. They're surviving with conviction.
Second pause comes in for bait. They have money, but it's running low. Quick discussion. No doubt the first point in that discussion is, guys, why are we playing 4 on 5 after 10 seconds? Let's stop. Make a change. Really max a 1-gun round from making this a match. Winner goes to Kato. Loser plays the best team in the tournament tomorrow. Loser's probably not going to the event. Simple as that.
Yeah, I think that's a very logical thought process. Okay, Bait haven't lost anyone. This is better than the last 2 rounds combined. Losing players early on is the worst thing possible for a T-side. It just stints whatever you had planned. So at least now, if all 5 players alive, past the 1 minute and 30 seconds mark. Faking some util towards A, and Alex gets a kill. Jocko by himself, an off angle on ramp, does superb to get a double there. Rotations flowing. Already 2 players down towards the B-bomb site. Graffiti opens up that door, but he wishes he hadn't. It was hell on the other side. Maka towards double will succeed, and they are giving him all the kills. A 2 versus 3, and 3D Max are clawing their way back in.
I can't believe Jocko got 2. Sensational. Maka behind the molly does God's work. And now this is game on. Absolutely. Eco to follow for Bait. 3D Max do look more composed. They are the much more experienced team. All of these players have been around for a long time. And I think it's starting to show. Bait, in some ways, are their own worst enemies. Two maps now, they've got to the final hurdles. And those final hurdles seem to be 20 foot high because they just can't get over them. I'll buy this round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gimmicky play. They are getting out. Oh,
No.
no. You cannot be serious. Edric almost smites Maka through the smoke. Lucky to not be taken down there. Jocko rotates in from ramp. It's a 3 versus 3. 3D Max will still be winning this, and Maka, no respect. He does not care about anything right now. He is swinging for the fences, and he's swinging for glory. Captain Kirko, he's already got 2 kills. Up for the 1 versus 2. There's the first headshot, sharp. Jocko with a smoke. Puts it down onto the bomb. Captain Kirko, you're kidding me! There were Tech 9s! Players didn't have armor! And a 1 versus 2 with 4 HP puts fate on map and series Katowice points!
It's destiny. 3D Max. How is it not them that takes the pause? Maybe they will. Chain it behind this one. A near on unlosable situation. Requires missed shots at the end. Cast a silhouette around Captain Kirkska. As he's emerged as the hero on this map, everybody's had their moments during this qualifier. There is that pause from 3D Max. As they are going to discuss what can they do with this buy.
Like 2 pauses, so a pause from Bait and a pause from 3D Max.
Both teams pause. Bait pause to calm down. 3D Max pause to calm down.
To find a resolve. Figure out what in God's name are they going to do with a 5-7 for mass, MP9, 2 M4s, no kit as well. That's a really important factor. If the bomb goes down, that just could be it.
1 round to go, baby. 3 chances. Ninesy out. Sorpa to the lower bracket. 3D Max up next is the strongest contender. They had their chances on map 2, but all will be forgiven. Nobody cares how you made it, as long as you make the tournament. And they can taste it. So close now. So close.
Graffiti being on a 5-7 playing door is maybe worst thing you could possibly imagine. His openers have been crucial. He ain't getting that with a 5-7. Also, a minute on the clock, no smokes. 3D Max have just used their last mollo. They've got 2 nades and a flash. Oh no, excuse me. The mollo got passed around, so it is still around. It's on Maka. Lucky is gonna use what seems to be their final HE. Tries to blow open that smoke within touching distance away from knocking MPL out of the round, but Graffiti, I've been proved wrong. That 5-7
Did he seriously just push Huts and kill a player up there?
2 players pushed Huts. They lost outside. They transitioned towards lobby. All the information is in the court of 3D Max. Players flocking towards this B-bomb site. Maka, though, one of those M4s, unsuccessful. Jocko eliminated. Graffiti! Oh, this guy. He's done everything for 3D Max on their CT side. He started off the round with a 5-7, and he just got 3 more kills with an AK. Captain Kirka, he's already clutched up once, but not today. We continue. Inject it into my veins, because this game is amazing.
We're about to get it again. Two rounds left in regulation. Nothing's for certain. Everything's on the cards. Every clutch is doable. Money is borderline, to put it mildly, for this T side. 2-4 loss bonus. And I think we're shaping up for a half buy. We know they're dangerous on these rounds.
They've already won one.
They're so dangerous.
Pop A, because 3D Max, they've actually played really poorly when actually attacked on the A-bomb site. Graffiti plays Tetris, and then one player plays on the default position. That has happened twice for 3D Max, and they've lost both times. One was obviously that Tech 9 round previously. And instead, they're going to try to go towards ramp, and oh, it almost works. Yep, it definitely works. Maka tries to swoop in, but he's way too late. Jocko's already fallen. An opening kill for Bait, and it's given space for Captain Kirker to work on the extremities. Unfortunately, not able to silence the player on default. Maka, he's running around everywhere. This man's got a motor on his legs. He's now snuck towards into second vent, but that will be his downfall. Exorcise has to go nuclear. He's all by himself. Rotations are nowhere to be seen, and one is simply not good enough. Lucky is in vent. Lucky comes up vents for free. That's really important that now Gravity and Lucky can play together.
Oh, bad molly.
Misses. Alex and Essential staring at heaven. They double swing Lucky. However, Graffiti lines them up. He's got a kit. NPL's got a P250. And he's coming from heaven. This doesn't seem to be in the picture for Graffiti. Oh, NPL's won. Graffiti is none the wiser. A P250 is what sends Bait to Katowice. They have found solace in victory, and they go through first in this close qualifier.
Well deserved. Bait to your champions. Claiming that first to 2 spots, and somewhat fitting, isn't it, on the pistols. They couldn't win a gun round for the life of